Escape on decision. Mr. Function, come up.
Welcome back to the Pouring Rain Podcast. I'm Bert,
Ken Shaba.
Scott Ball.
and we're here celebrating Ken Shaba's what birthday? 43?
42, dude.
42.
nice.
40 deuce.
Quick little fun fact. My brother, may he forever rest in peace, his jersey number was 42, so it's a special.
Oh, nice.
for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. But we here. Let's do it.
That Jackie Robinson.
The Jackie Robinson year, baby. Yeah, let's get
I
it.
retired that jersey too.
Right?
I got your beers set up.
Word. Oh, word.
All right. So, what are we going to talk about?
Best way to start.
I've had a busy week. I haven't been able to prepare.
I mean, there's plenty to talk about.
There is
There
plenty
is
to
a
talk
lot.
about. But
There's
you
a
wanted
lot.
to play that clip for Kenny again?
Oh, yeah.
Pull this thing up.
You're going to be so mad, Kenny.
Oh, God.
They're going to love this. Hold on, I gotta.
Here we go. Of course I am.
Forget who I was talking to. They were like, do they really think black people like this? And I was like, not the one I know.
Oh, it's perfect.
That's such a great
They were
response, bro. Oh, my God.
were
Not the
dying.
one I know.
Not the one I know.
There's so many levels of funny to that. That's good. Oh man.
It's so great. This is so bad though.
I love that this is something like the second I put out "We Out Here," it just says "We Out Here in these streets, Kamala." Right away.
I'm gonna after you do that.
This is literally the most cringy thing you're ever gonna fucking watch. Ready?
Yeah, let him watch it though. We can hear it, right?
No, Taraji. Now, you know I wouldn't do that, especially not to a fellow bison. The real, ain't you? You know. So what's on your mind? Oh, Madam VP Harris, I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us.
They know.
There's a full-on attack
Yes.
on our fundamental freedoms.
That's it. That's all you need to see.
That's a close-up moment on Kenny.
Yeah. That's all you needed to see.
Dude, it's so bad. It's so pandering. It's
so
why are
fucked
you
up.
hiring actors so they can act like this is a real call? Like this is a casual call that I have with my
It's
friend.
because they know. I'm telling you, they know that this chick is not
it.
it. They need all the help they can get.
Yeah.
This is what makes me hate politics.
Dude,
Bro.
300 million people in this country, and this is what you got. This is what you got. This is it. 350 million people.
Didn't she say 220 million died in COVID?
Yeah.
No, she didn't.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's proof.
She said we had an alliance with North Korea. Like she was standing on the 13th parallel, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
the border where they fucking.
Yeah.
She's standing there doing like a speech. She's like, oh yeah. She's like, we have an alliance with North Korea. So, and it's like they just keep fucking up.
Right.
I mean,
They're giving these sound bites, man.
Bro.
And it's just
it's terrible.
it's terrible.
Here's what it is. Videos like that
How do you feel hearing that?
and the other shit I'm about to tell you. Videos like that and the other video I saw of they had Meg Thee Stallion come there and Meg Thee Stallion's clapping her ass on stage. And
Thank you.
Quavo was like, oh yeah, we vote for Kamala because she stands on business.
They're getting paid.
It's insulting.
It's insulting.
To black
yeah,
people.
and they're getting
To
paid.
non-ratchet fucking black people,
Yeah.
it's fucking insulting.
That YouTuber,
That's exactly what it is.
Kai Sanat. This is the
Yeah,
coolest
Kai
fucking
Cenat. Yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
name ever.
I know,
His
it's
name.
just
That's his real name too.
I like
right?
him. I like
Kai
Kai
Sanat,
Cenat,
right?
yeah.
I think he posted their offer or something like that. Like they offered him money to
Stream or do it like a.
yeah,
Like
like
a-
promoter.
Oh yeah.
He's one of the biggest streamers
The
in the
streamer
world.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fucking
Yeah.
crazy, dude.
Yeah.
He was like,
I'm
nah.
they're offering you money. Like, aren't you
Right.
supposed to be the one donating if that's what you believe? Like, yeah, of course he's like, nah.
I want to read this real quick. It's
Take-
a little long,
This is
but
you
it's,
guys,
it's
by the way.
good.
Take your beers. I'm good.
Okay. So I put this up. I posted this because I was feeling some type of way about.
Got
this
me
whole
feel some type of way.
Yo, for
My
real.
daddy killed my uncle, made me feel some type of way.
That shit was so fucking stupid. The
Hip hop
fucking
Disney.
Lion King.
All right. We often just accept the lowest hanging fruit on the motherfucking tree as black people. It's frustrating, infuriating, and embarrassing to say the least. Y'all want to know why people think we're inherent idiots? It's because we seem to lose all objective and cognitive ability once you introduce race in the decision-making process. It becomes the main factor when it shouldn't be. As soon as you throw a black person in the mix, we seem to fall in line instantly with zero care about what this person is actually about. It's as if we're drugged. It's so fucking embarrassing to be so easily controlled. What's worse, if we question them, we're sellouts or Uncle Toms for just wanting to dig deeper to ensure they aren't appearing to be something they're not. Y'all ever heard the saying, all skin folk ain't kinfolk? Like, come on, man. This is some real unsophisticated, non-critical thinking, shallow shit. Are we not better than this low level of acceptance of things? Are we not a more intelligent and thorough people? I'm sure y'all know what I'm referring to now, but if you somehow aren't putting one and one together, it's because of exactly what we're seeing now with the complete and immediate amnesia of how y'all felt about Kamala before she became the Democratic presidential nominee. She was one of the most unliked VPs ever, and it wasn't because she's half black and not just based on the polls. This comes from the many black people I've spoken to about their feelings regarding her. The overwhelming consensus, not their favorite. It's because she doesn't have the authentic interest of making real change, especially not for black people. She actually said it out of her mouth. What more do you need to hear? She was basically in charge of securing the border, and look at the absolute shit show that is. Look at her response to inflation. She just says a bunch of worthless sentences that amount to no solutions. These aren't Republican talking points. They're from actual footage of her. As the DA in San Francisco and Cali's AG, she also has a record that, let's just say, has been highly unfavorable regarding sending and keeping black men with marijuana charges and other nonviolent crimes in jail for indiscriminately long sentences. Not that she created these policies, but she didn't do anything to stop or change them in the name of keeping a spotless record. Dare I say, fueling the mass incarceration fire. Almost done. Y'all talk about how lowly Trump thinks of us. Think he's more, or he thinks he's more relatable because he released a sneaker and is now a convicted felon. Okay, I'll agree. That's definitely some stereotypical, out of touch, old white man shit. However, can't we say the same about what Kamala thinks of us by having Meg Thee Stallion twerking at a rally and Quavo talking about how she stands on business to be relatable? And fucking embarrassing. It be your own people, dog. She's not for us. The problem is that y'all won't admit it because you're on her side. Once again, the emotional shit taking over. How can we ever advance as people if we can't call out BS? If you feel like getting her in is better than Donnie, just say that then. Based on everything I laid out about Mrs. Harris, I don't necessarily agree, but that's for another time. Last paragraph. Don't be mad at the messenger, please, for telling you unfavorable things about someone you like. That's low-frequency childish behavior. The well-developed, mentally mature thing to do is do your own unbiased research, then make your own emotionless decision on your position. In conclusion, I'm not a Trump dick rider either. Neither he or Kamala is our savior. You know who your savior is? You. It will always be. Poor people are screwed if Trump gets in, and we're all screwed if Kamala does. Save yourselves.
That was fucking.
Jeez, that's pretty good.
That was well thought out. That's very well thought out.
I had a lot. 'Cause I've been wanting to talk about this shit for a while. I was thinking like she'll do, like a video or something. Or maybe still will, but it's
infuriating.
It's infuriating, bro. Especially as a black person, it just makes me so mad. Like, because we're better than this, but because of our programming for so many fucking years, once color gets thrown in, bro, it's like
it's the trigger.
It's like all the intelligence and everything that we have, we get hypnotized.
Well, it's like a loyalty thing too. Like you think of,
And I know, and the fucked up part is I know where this instant alliance to something black comes from because we had to always stick together for so long. Because if we didn't have our backs, nobody did.
Yeah.
Nobody has forever. So that shit carries on from generation to generation, and it's a good thing up until a point. It's good until
they start using it against you.
Right. and
these
you don't
people aren't
know,
dumb.
and you don't realize
Yeah.
it. And you're like, oh shit, they're actually fucking flipping the script, and some of us don't see that shit, man. And it frustrates me.
It's hard,
It's
man.
so
It really
frustrating
is.
watching it. And I'm watching, and I like have friends that are like very intelligent people, and I see when they get caught up in it, and it's like they instantly do the same thing. I'm like, yo, we're better than this. Like, we can't question our own people. Like, did we not learn anything from the whole BLM shit and what they did with the money, that the $90 million that they fucking got? Start buying mansions and shit. Like, did we? It's the same thing, but it's like I don't know, man. I don't know
How many times
we
do you have to get
don't.
scammed before?
That's
you're
what I'm
fucking
saying.
like,
I don't,
I'm done.
and
I
I
can't do
don't,
this no more.
and I don't know. I don't know how many times it's going to take for people, and that's what's scary. Is like I don't see this type of behavior from a lot of my people ending soon. I think it's so deeply ingrained in us to just support black and worry about what they're about later. It's like, guys, there's scumbags. There's black people that will scam black people for their own advancement.
Yeah.
There's white people that do this. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's not just other people that are against. We got people in our own fucking race that aren't for us. If it means, if they have a choice where it's like advance at the cost of your people or don't advance, they're not going to choose don't advance. They're going to choose advance and fuck your people over. And that's what we have to realize. It's like, check these motherfuckers, vet them. Like, ask questions, do some research. Don't just go off of, because I know it happens to me. It's ingrained to me when I see some like a black person that's trying to do something like emotionally.
Your first
my
instinct is,
like,
yeah,
all right,
help,
yeah, let's go.
right? Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, it's just, I've been raised that way. It's always, it's ingrained. But I have the ability to fucking critically think and be like, hold on a second. I like to see that, but let me check him out. Let me check her out. You know, because I'm not going to go for whatever's black, dude. I'm not. If you don't match what I believe in or what my morals are and it doesn't align with me, you're not going to get my support, my vote, whatever it is. And that's the way we all need to be. And I think once we get there, we'll be in a lot better place. You know?
I follow a few like black conservative guys,
Yeah.
like Officer Tatum.
Yeah,
stuff like
yeah, I
that.
follow him too.
And
Yeah.
what I noticed a lot from especially black conservatives is that even when their guy fucks up, they call him the fuck out.
Right.
Like Trump fucked up with the whole like the Rogan thing.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that was a bad look for fucking Trump.
Yeah.
And he supports Trump like fully. He's like, dude, I fucking love Trump.
Yeah.
I think he's good for the country, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And he did the whole thing with Rogan where like Rogan pretty much came out and was like, I think that RFK is the best.
Right.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump tweeted out this fucking like this kind of like hateful thing towards.
He's so retarded sometimes.
And that's what he called him out on. He's like, nah, fuck that. He's like, that's not a good fucking look for you, dude. He's like, shut the fuck up.
That's
quiet.
that's what his problem. He doesn't know how to fucking be. But I know what you're
100%,
saying.
yeah.
Your point
He's
is
reactive.
They call
Yes.
their people out.
They call their people out. It
The
doesn't matter
left-
if they're black, they're white, they're fucking brown, they're yellow. It doesn't fucking matter, man. And that's where everyone needs to get to. Is
Right.
that, dude, race doesn't fucking matter, man. Not
Yeah.
anymore. It really
Yeah.
doesn't.
Doesn't
It's
hold
like,
much water, you think? Like, as much as you. I don't know.
What was that?
I said it doesn't hold much water, like you said.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, I'm black. That should be enough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't
No.
fucking.
You
You
should-
know, it shouldn't be like that for anyone.
Like I
You
said,
know what I mean?
these people work for you.
Yeah.
And everyone needs to start
Holding them
'cause there's-
accountable.
Like, listen, I'm saying right now, there's white people who won't say anything bad about Trump.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
has
yeah.
nothing. It's
It
just
goes
they're-
both ways. Yeah.
You got to start holding these people accountable when they fuck up.
That's
and
it.
tell them that they fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Because otherwise, they're never going to work for you.
That's such a great point. Exactly.
Why
'Cause
would they?
feel like they don't have to? Right.
Yeah.
Right. They're like, oh,
if they already have you, like you always say, yahoos, those yahoos that are Trump could do fucking anything.
Anything. He
Oh,
can say
dude.
anything, and they'll defend
and
it.
he knows it. He
Yeah.
said it. I
Yeah.
remember. He
Yeah,
said
remember
that shit.
when Jordy Clipper saw that guy with the shirt? He had all the years and all the Trump kids and his sibling, and it was like Barron Trump, fucking 2075 or something.
Oh shit. That's
It was
crazy.
fucking crazy. Like, that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I had a friend of mine. I remember being like, I think that what's his daughter, Melania? No, that's his
His
wife.
wife.
What's his daughter?
Ivanka.
Ivanka.
Is that his daughter?
Yeah, right. Well, he
Oh, was
married
that his
Ivana
wife?
Trump, right?
Oh no, his wife was Ivana. His daughter is Ivana.
Ivanka.
Okay.
One or the other. Who gives a
I know,
Someone
yeah,
said
it's
something
one or the
about-
other. Right. It's one or the other.
Like I remember, like one of my like super conservative friends said that like I think Ivanka Trump would be a great president. I'm like, why? Because she's a Trump.
Explain yourself.
Explain yourself. Yeah.
Right.
Why? Because she was born into privilege and fucking like she has no like. And I'm like, if you just think that because of Trump,
Yeah.
I'm like, I can name 15 fucking chicks I fucking know personally that I would be like, I'd put her in front of her.
Right. Right.
Because she
So,
went,
like, what do
because
we
she
know
struggled
about her?
coming up and like, look at her
Right.
type of shit, you know?
Like, and okay, it's like, you see, because I've seen interviews of her, and she does seem like a really smart, well put together.
Oh, her
person.
dad fucking,
Yeah.
He
But we
schooled her
don't.
up.
That's all we know, though. We don't know anything else.
Yeah.
Like we don't know what she believes in, policies, where she stands on this, that, how she would handle this. Like, no, like we can't just go off of, oh yeah, she's Trump's daughter, and
So she
like,
has to be good.
yeah,
It's fucking more. It's just as dumb as being like,
Yeah,
she's
'cause-
black, so she has to be good.
right,
Yeah.
It's the dumbest thing.
right.
It
is.
makes no sense. You're looking at cosmetic stuff
Yeah.
rather than actual policy. I want to know what the policies are.
You woke him up. He's sleeping.
Oh, my bad, dude. Sorry. Go back to sleep. Just wanted
Go
to
back to
pet you,
sleep,
bro.
puppy. It's okay.
You're mad comfy.
I don't know. I always tell people,
But yeah.
I just tell people, I'm like, ask yourself one question. Are you better off 4 years ago, were you better off? Were you?
Financially,
It's like
yeah.
everybody's.
Financially, yeah.
I don't even see how. Like, I think in every way, actually.
Really?
I don't know. What
I just think,
how
like-
aren't we?
I'm not saying how. Well, I just that's one of the things I care about the most.
Me
Like
too.
I don't like to be a one issue
Yeah, me
voter or
neither.
anything
Right.
like that. But yeah, 4 years ago I was way better financially, which rolled into very I felt better, like my anxiousness, my fucking
Right.
depression,
Oh,
like
yes.
all that. I mean, not that I'm depressed, but you know what I
but
mean.
It
Like
trickles
you
into
okay, dude?
everything. Yeah.
I'm okay, guys.
some help?
I know I'm good. But do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
man.
I wasn't worried about my
Yes.
retirement. I wasn't worried about my paycheck. I wasn't worried about my savings. I wasn't worried about stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I am. I'm like, fuck, man. Can I really like not buy another property right now? Like, it's like perfect time for me to buy another property.
Yeah.
And I just can't.
No one can.
That's
I
wild.
can't afford.
No one in our tax bracket can.
No.
That's what I mean.
You know?
Like,
Which is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we were money. Like we were kind of like, I'm like, we're doing okay, man. We're actually fucking fine.
4 or 5 years ago, I was,
Yeah.
but I just wasn't ready
Right.
to buy something. Now that I'm financially ready to buy something,
Yeah.
I'm not financially ready to buy something
not
because I
even
don't know what
close.
the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah. How the hell are you gonna fucking afford a $700,000 home with an 8% mortgage rate?
You can't.
I'm sorry, now it's 6, so that's even better. Like, fuck out of here, dude. Like,
Right.
No, I have this house is at 2, I think.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna see
I'm
that
at like
again.
4.25 on mine, and I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
pumped.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
holy
Like, that's
shit.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
And I was
Like,
on the high end of that, of the
Yeah.
mortgage stuff. But I mean, a lot of that had to do with me. I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, it kind of like now. I mean, even bet, dude. I just got a fucking something of like from like I follow my credit shit because
Yeah. You have
Yeah,
to.
as you should.
I have an 805 credit score right now.
That's amazing.
That's the highest I've ever
Yeah.
fucking had. in
And
my
what's the
life.
best interest rate you probably get? 7, 8?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
7%.
It's the highest it's ever been. That's what I'm saying. Like my credit score is the highest it's ever been.
I have a white credit score right now, like the whitest it can get.
Whitest is 850.
What is that? What is it?
You're
What
real
is-
close.
805.
Pretty close, dude.
You're close as fuck, bro.
And I'm not even thinking about touching
800s
property.
is fucking.
You can't. You
Yeah.
can't because then you'll end up fucking because it's gonna crash.
I
Eventually.
hope so.
It has
I
to.
hate to
No,
say
it
that.
has-
But
it
if
has
you
to,
get
though.
in now, you're fucking
You're fucked.
underwater. You're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
I know, I have
You
a
what
bunch
So
of
now I have
friends-
to sit.
Yeah, a bunch of
and
friends who were
wait.
talking about buying a house. I'm like, dude, don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like the peak bullshit.
Right.
Even if you put it this way, like even if you get in now, like you're like, all right, cool, this house is for sale. I like it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You're gonna get crushed on the price, and you're gonna get crushed on the interest rate. So you're gonna get crushed
Yeah.
double.
And
You know?
even comparable, like houses, like you're getting, you know what I mean? You're paying $400,000 for a fucking
nothing.
Nothing, bro.
1.5 bathroom type shit.
You know,
what
the
I'm saying?
median, the median household price
Yeah.
in California is $1 million right now.
Jesus, that's the average.
Average,
This is how.
not medium. Average. You're right.
This
Average
is
home price.
Still,
exactly
like,
how the fucking middle class disappears.
Yes.
It's already
I
disappearing,
know,
dude.
but
I
like
know.
this is like
I don't
It's
feel-
funny because we're like the only middle class, like bartenders.
for real.
But
It's
that's because
crazy.
we save so much on taxes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you were talking about either.
Never
What are
heard
you
of
talking about, dude?
it. We pay so much.
Cat.
We pay tons of taxes.
Catting.
Captain. But you can't make moves. You know what I mean? And this is the time that you would make moves for your future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what I wanted to do was buy a smaller property, rental property
Mm-hmm.
that we can move into because this is too much house for somebody that's older.
I'm on the
you
same
know what I mean?
page,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I wanted to buy like a nice rancher.
Right.
You know what I mean? Rent it out for 10, 15 more years.
Yep.
Get that paid off, and
Get
then
that paid
get your
off.
home paid off at the same time.
Boom.
Yeah.
And then when you fucking move out of that, you rent that to somebody, and you have that passive income coming into you, which is even more.
Exactly.
And it's just
Exactly.
constant. Now you have 2 properties to leave your fucking kids
Beautiful.
or whoever.
Yeah.
Right. With
Your
with-
dogs.
with consistent
I hope they make it. I hope to make it.
consistent monthly cash flow. Yeah, that's the
But that's the
goal.
goal.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
You move into the little house and you let them fucking
Right.
have
Exactly.
at it.
Downsize and yep.
Yeah, and there's somebody who's gonna need, someone even like me and you. You like you have kids.
Yeah.
Me and I don't have kids. I have step kids, but you have, I mean,
I have family.
you have family. Exactly. You have somebody
Family.
who can benefit from this, and this
Yes.
is how
Absolutely.
Exactly. You can't take it with us. Like
this
we
is
have,
how families thrive.
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, this is how you make it easier for your people coming up.
You give them a
Right.
chance.
Yes.
You have something to pass on.
And they're making it harder and harder and harder to do that now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the boomers had it. Listen, people
They had it great.
They had it great. But what you got and people shit on boomers a lot, but what I'll say
They worked
is that
for
they
it.
worked their
Oh,
fucking
no.
asses
They worked
off.
for it,
bro.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I remember
That's
watching
you,
my
Kenny, by the
parents.
way.
Dude, my parents
Okay.
worked their
Do it.
dicks
Just
off.
a beer. You'll be
And they used everything. They did everything. Especially, dude, my mom did everything right.
yeah.
But when I tell you, dude, I remember my mom, like she was a midwife at one point. So
Oh,
she was,
shit.
when I was a kid, she was a nurse.
Yeah.
My dad worked for the government. He worked on this naval base in Trenton, and neither one of them was making great money, but they bought a house at a super high interest rate in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Stayed there for a while.
Yeah.
My mom was working and going to school at the same time.
Gangster.
Going to night school,
Yeah.
right? Did all that to become a midwife. Then, once she became a midwife, she was on call
On
all
call,
hours,
yeah.
all hours of the day. Because babies come whenever they fucking want.
Yeah.
you
Yes,
know?
they do.
And she wasn't like a home midwife where she would do the birth in home. It was like she was just she would
On
do it
call
in,
for the
in
hospital,
hospitals.
yeah.
Yeah.
And she did that. And
How long
I
she
remember
do
dude,
that?
they were
Yeah,
just
how long she
working
do that for?
all the time, dude. Up until
The rest of her career?
pretty much until I was in out of school. I think out of
Out of
out of the
college?
house. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Wow.
And we moved around a lot. We didn't move a whole lot, but enough.
They really did work, bro.
But now
And
they're
they just-
benefiting from it and
They just
everybody's
kept
hating
making-
on it.
Yeah.
But also they're hating on it because now you can't do
you
that.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no.
It's
"All
true
right,
though.
I'ma go
It's like
work for
you're gonna
Bell
bust
Atlantic
your
for 4
your
years
ass
and-
for two
yeah.
in 2 jobs or whatever to just constantly give it away.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you're paying shit. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
paying interest rates. Like why should I be paying? Like I bought this house. Why should I pay? Yeah, you let me borrow it, but fuck, how much do you need to make
Yeah.
off
Well-
of lending me money?
And I'm not saying this to shit on these kids, but what I'm saying is a lot of them, I notice is they're like, all right, well I can't do it, so I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah.
That doesn't help either.
That's
It's
That doesn't help
bro,
either.
Yeah, that's dumb.
There's
Like,
way
that's-
it's going to be harder for you. I'm not saying that it's
But
not.
you can do it.
You can do it.
There are
it's
ways.
just going to suck.
It's gonna
Right.
suck.
You're going to have to live with 5 fucking people
Hey,
for a long time.
hey, man, do what you got to
And do what you got to
There's
do.
cultures that do that shit.
There's a lot of people who do
Like
it.
a lot of Indian
There's a lot of
cultures.
hell yeah.
Mexican people.
Yeah.
Mexican, Indian, like a lot of Asian
families,
They just
you know?
they bite the bullet, bro.
Yeah.
you know
That's
what
it.
I mean? They're like, we got to do this for our next generation to have it easier.
Yeah.
And they fucking do that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Hasidic Jews.
a lot
do
of
it too.
Hasidic Jews,
Filipino
yeah.
families. They live all of them together. You got an uncle with his whole family in one room until
Yeah.
they fucking branch out, and then
Yeah.
they do it, and then they do
Yep.
it. You know what I mean? But
You'll
they're-
have 3 different families.
they're used to living-
in,
yes,
in
and
Toms
they're-
River and Lakewood, like where the Hasidic Jews are.
Yeah.
They'll have 3 families in one house, like
Yeah.
3 different families.
Yeah.
Because they understand. They're like, fuck it. I don't like. We don't need that much room. We don't need.
what's the inconvenience exactly?
Right.
Like you become minimalist.
So, it's so funny how I think this shit is so interesting. Like this shit needs to be studied, bro. America and how successful this country has gotten so fast, but there's side effects to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, one side effect is the fact that, like how we were just saying, different cultures will sacrifice, like basically most of their lives for the next. We live in a country that made it so comfortable, and we've been able to live a life where we can pursue happiness, right, over everything, because we live in such a successful country that the idea of sacrificing most of our lives to prop up the next generation is so foreign to us. We're like, no, we got to be happy. Like, we live in America. Like, we got to pursue, like, we're wealthy here. You know what I mean? Like the country, not us.
Yeah.
But we live in a place that does so well that we don't even have to fucking, it doesn't even cross our mind to be like, why don't we put like 10 of us in this fucking house, and then we can push these 2 kids or whatever so they can have it, and then they can create this beautiful life for the next. It's just, when you live in America, everything is so abundant that you don't think like that.
No, you're
it's like
entitled.
conditioned from birth. Like,
you
if we-
become selfish.
yeah. Just because we live here it's been so successful. It's like, it's good, but there's like other things that we don't think about, and that's one of them. It just hit
There's
me.
ways to make it, but it's not convenient.
Yeah,
That's it. That's really what it comes down to.
yeah, and we don't like that as
Yeah.
Americans.
And we see now
We don't
all
like
the-
inconvenience. We don't like to be
inconvenience.
uncomfortable. No,
because we never really had it like that.
never had to be.
Yep. Like
Yeah.
you look at like Nigerians who immigrate, Asian Americans who come over and
Yeah,
immigrate.
and they just thrive here.
They just crush it because they're like,
They're
this
used
is
to-
fucking,
they-
this is insane.
Yeah,
Dude.
because their suffering is their inconvenience is not that inconvenient.
Bro,
Yeah.
that's
Living with
exactly
somebody
it,
else is
bro.
not a crazy inconvenience
Right.
to most people in another
Yeah.
country or other culture.
Yeah, because people get they're like, yo, how do these immigrants come here like and for 2 years and they own like 3 fucking whatever? And I'm like, well, because they're our pain compared to theirs. Our pain is a joke compared to them. They're like, wait, this is all we have to do,
Dude,
for 3
work,
years we could.
we work with people that send thousands to
back.
their families,
Yep.
and they work with us.
Yeah.
They're not like they're not doing better than us,
Right.
But they find a way to give it so they can have a chance over there.
Yeah. And most of them are going to go back.
Yeah, and
They
you
actually,
think,
I talked to a bunch of like guys from DR.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
They should see. He
They're
showed me
building
his house.
townhouses, yeah.
I'm like, oh my
Oh,
god.
they're
Yeah.
rich over there.
Yeah.
There's money.
I don't want to say his name, but one of the dudes from that we work with, he was showing me pictures of the house that he's building in DR.
yeah,
It is amazing,
insane.
amazing.
Is that the one with the pool in the front?
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy, dude.
Like holy
Because
shit!
I put a pool in my front yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the back from the front.
You could see it.
That's a moat.
You
You
can
walking
see us
up what
having a
it
great
is.
time. Yeah, it's like a moat.
can see us having a good
You
time.
know what it is off the
Please, speaking of moats, remember the thing I sent you about Trump?
No.
The guy was talking, the head of security was talking about how dumb Trump is. Like he's like guy dumb. And he was at the border and he
dumb.
was asking how much realistically it would cost to build a moat along the entire border. Wait,
I love this
and
idea.
then fill it with
Piranhas.
predatory reptiles.
I love it. I love it all.
It's so stupid.
I love it all.
But you just like you wonder you wonder if that's just guy talk. We come up with fucking the most ridiculous
You know what I'm
shit
saying?
ever.
Like, was he serious or
are
was
you-
he like just joking around?
Is he? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is he a moron or is he a fucking genius? Because that's just
Or is it just
fucking
hilarious?
hilarious.
Oh god.
That's how when you said moat, I just fucking immediately
I
started.
love it.
yo.
I love it.
He's like, this guy's a moron. Like, we're all morons.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
We all come up with dumb ideas.
At least it's
But
fun.
yeah,
like
man.
he's trying to get a rise out of you.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, I really hope you weren't serious, but it's still hilarious.
I hope he
that
was
is
serious because that sounds like that sounds like something
Can
I
you
would put my
imagine?
taxpayer dollars into.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, 2,000 miles of moat.
Yeah,
Are you
fuck it.
kidding?
Let's do it.
It's like to an already broke country.
I know.
Get the
I don't know
fuck
how
out
we're
of
As
gonna
long as
do
they
it.
stock with
Fuck it.
piranha, I'm good.
Piranha and fucking Nile crocs.
Yep.
Nile River crocodiles. Like the biggest, most scary ones in the world and
The
shit.
way he said predatory.
Predatory reptiles.
Predatory reptiles is just such a
best.
funnier way to say it.
It's fucking funny,
But nah, man, like, yeah, it goes back to like,
But you're right. Like they're building these things and they're doing it little by little. Like my dad did it in Puerto Rico. Like he bought this house sight unseen. You know what I mean? And then like
Listen,
my mom cried when she got there and got to see it. She was crying because it was so run down.
Bro.
Now it's fucking beautiful.
yeah.
But all they did was okay. This tax check.
I know exactly how your dad felt. I could feel his. He's like, oh fuck, I'm never gonna get the end of this.
He started crying. But you know, like
I know exactly how you're doing.
But he sent, he
Never
sends
gonna hear the
this
end of this
tax
one.
check to
Yeah.
do. All right, we're gonna get cabinets. Like
Yeah.
we're gonna do this shower over. Because it had everything you needed: brand new roof, brand new windows, and walls.
Yeah.
That's it. He was like, everything else we can fucking
It's all don't take care of it.
yeah. The
it
plumbing
done.
was there. Everything was there.
And now look at it.
Dude, we gotta
man.
go. We gotta go see them.
This is what I'm saying.
Oh no, I would hate to do that.
But this is why
Hate to go
the
to
immigrant.
5 minutes from like a million beaches, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Where they live, and it's
playing that
not a
now.
huge house. Like you'll go in there and you'll be like, "This is perfect." Like it's not a humongous mansion in the Caribbean like these guys think they need.
You don't need.
don't
Why
I
do you
was
need
about
a
to say,
20?
Shit, dude.
Why do you need a 26-room fucking mansion
No,
in
yeah, like,
fucking
seriously.
Puerto Rico that you're only gonna go twice?
Only thing I need is a big garage, so I can fucking do what I gotta do in there. That's it. I need a workspace.
You definitely do need.
I need a
big
workspace.
ass
You need a
garage.
workspace, but you have that. Like, there's some people that have like swimming pools and stuff. Like my dad doesn't have the room to do a swimming pool, but
Yeah.
you don't need it. You can go to the beach every day. Like you have like the cover, where you could build a garage onto the side where they have that driveway. They have 2 cars, but you can build a nice garage attached to it and go all the way back. Like they have the laundry room is like in like it looks like a cubby hole, but it's outside.
Yeah.
But it's right. Everything's right there. Everything you need is right there. You tear down that little shed they have, and you make a workspace garage.
That's the game right there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
That's what I'm saying.
We're doing this shit wrong.
We are
Maybe
doing it
like,
wrong.
Like retire in a foreign
Like I was
country
telling
where
you
the
last time,
fucking-
I was like, now the new American dream is fucking leaving.
Yeah.
It really is.
Think about our Dominican counterparts.
Bro, and the
they
fucking
probably
currency exchange.
all their whole time. Yeah, but their whole time was like, we got to get to America. We got to get to America.
know, and now they're like-
now they're like,
They
all
figured
right,
out the
I'm
game.
here. Exactly. I'm
figured it
here.
out.
I'm gonna juice this motherfucker, and I'm gonna go back and live like a fucking
And
king.
go back
Yeah,
rich
king,
to your
dude.
fucking hometown.
Like a king,
your home
bro.
country. Yeah.
where you can house some of your family sometimes. Like like
On the fucking
entertain-
equator where it's warm all the time and fucking back, shit kicks
That ass.
ass.
Dude, everything kicks ass over there. Yeah, fucking fresh fruit, fresh everything.
Everything, dude.
Bro, to go to sing, my boy just sent me that shit. He was like, yo, he's like, because I was talking to him about this whole situation with the politics and shit. And he was like, bro, let's get the fuck out of here. And I was like, where are we going to go? He was like, St. Lucia. I was like, I haven't been, but I want to go. I was
been.
like,
It's awesome.
he was like, bro, you could live there beautifully. Like, you know what I mean? And then, like you said, like, save up the money for, I don't know, next 20 years or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then you fucking go over there, the currency exchange, you live, like you say, live like a king for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your
Yep.
life, man.
Like,
What else
you
is
go
there?
to Costa Rica with like $1,000, you like live like a fucking, like for a week, like you can live
Yeah.
like
Personal chef, shit like
Yeah.
that. Like, but I
I don't know.
when I think of something like that, like you always say, like we became successful so fast in America. Like, do you think what is that one of the side effects being a detriment is the fact that we got to keep it up? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not that
thinking.
we got to keep up. Like, obviously the growth has slowed, but we have to keep up. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
like we gotta
everything
keep
goes
up
up.
appearances and shit.
Yes,
Like as a
it's
country,
fake
right?
almost. Like,
Yeah, like well,
keeping up with the Joneses. Like,
I
we're
don't
doing
even
great
know if
still.
it's-
We're not.
I don't know if it's I think it's that, but I don't know if we think of it that way.
No, we definitely don't think of it that way.
Yeah,
but
I think
this
it's-
is why shit's going down this way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
You're
it's
getting
like
priced out of your own fucking country, your own
Yeah.
state, your own fucking city.
yeah,
like,
we really are. Like we're literally getting priced out of our own homes.
yeah. Where are
like,
we supposed to work? Like,
own home
you know what I mean?
country.
We can't fucking. Like right now in Egg Harbor Township, there's less than 80 houses up for sale. Egg Harbor Township.
Egg Harbor
is fucking
Township is
big.
as big as New Jersey. too.
fucking,
I hate how big this fucking city is.
it's big.
ridiculous.
The
Township
taxes are
is.
super fucking ridiculously high.
Yeah.
And there's only like, I think last time I checked, it was like 78 houses for sale.
Yeah, because
Out
no
of
one has
probably
anywhere to
out of
go.
Probably like 500,000.
Yeah, unless your house is paid off,
That's crazy. bro.
Yeah. There's nowhere to go.
there's nowhere to go.
No, I know.
And like you're like, all right, well, I'm relocating. I'm gonna take this money, go down to Tennessee or go down to North Carolina or something like
yeah.
that. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, well, what's the fuck's the point? And like, yeah, my house is worth fucking $600,000, but
But where?
it's all relative.
Yeah.
Unless you have a place to go where you're making out in it, like you're gonna use that equity,
Dude.
to be able to pay for something
I know.
that's smaller and have like a little fucking nut
Yeah.
to hang on to, and do whatever you gotta do.
I know a couple that sold. They were living in Beasley's Point, right? Highly sought after area, right? They sold their house, nice house, sold it for like 500, right?
Mm-hmm.
Literally couldn't find anywhere that was comparable.
Yeah.
Like living with their mom for a year with their family because they couldn't find anything that fucking fit their family.
Yeah.
You got $600K cash. You can't find a place to house for a 4-person family, like what they were coming from, what they were.
Yeah.
living
Yeah.
in.
A
That's where we're at.
lateral movement. You can't afford a
yeah,
lateral
not even
movement.
trying to go, not even trying to ascend, just lateral. Just trying to step to the side. Can't even step to the fucking side.
The worst part about that too is if you don't put that money back into real estate within a certain amount of time,
Yeah.
you get crushed in taxes.
Yeah.
They hit you with because it's
Capital gains,
Yeah.
Capital gains, yeah.
which they're trying
Fucking
to increase
insane.
to 44%. They're
fucking
trying to increase
eat
it
a
to
dick.
44%.
Yo, please tell me you guys saw fucking Kamala after fucking Trump said he was gonna fucking get rid of taxes for tips or like tips.
I didn't see what
Kamala did the same thing. She went to Vegas and said the exact
Did
same
she
thing.
really?
The exact same thing. And then was like, ah. It was funny too to watch the propaganda machine kind of like switch it because they're when Trump said it, they're like, "There's no fucking way you can do that. You just can't
Yeah.
do that.
And then when
That's an
Kamala-
unrealistic thing. It's fucking stupid." And then when Kamala said it, they're like, she's really trying to take care of the working class people here. Look how what she's doing here. She cares.
Bro, this is
dude,
what happens.
No one's
when-
fooled by you.
This is what happens when you
Oh, man, I
have.
feel like a lot of people are fucking
They are.
fooled, man.
That's the fucked up part.
That's the fucked up part.
And this is what happens when one party has 98% control of all media.
Yeah, and that's what it is.
The left has the fucking media, bro. All of the fucking big media
Because they're afraid to lose
conglomerates
money. Like
are
if they would
fucking
have, if they
left-leaning.
would have just stayed out of politics,
Yeah.
you wouldn't have that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like because now people,
If who would have
people
stayed out of politics?
corporations like
Oh, yeah. It's too
like-
lucrative not to, though.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like if
too
you
lucrative not to.
you have people that have always loved Bud Light, for example, right? And they'll drink
Bud
it.
Light.
They'll drink it no matter what. Those are those yahoos, right? But when they kind of like, I don't want to say that they took a side, but when companies take a side, then you have you lose people. You know what I mean? And it's like
Well, that's all that ESG
it
shit.
shouldn't happen.
The only reason these corporations are doing it is because of the banking system. So for some reason, and I don't understand why, but the banking system, like everything that like the powers that be that run the big money,
Yeah.
they are pushing this shit. They're the ones pushing all the trans
Yeah.
stuff,
Yep.
the gay pride shit,
Yep.
all that stuff. And I don't understand the end game in it. I really don't. Like
I
I'm
don't
like,
either.
I don't
see
get it.
What's the goal? Yeah.
I don't
What
is the
see,
goal?
I don't see the
So these
pot of gold
corporations
either at the
are
end.
falling in line because they need the financing. And they're
Yeah.
like, all right, well, if we don't, like, dude, Harley
If we don't line up with
Dude,
it,
that's it.
if we don't
Yeah.
line up with a certain values,
yeah,
like
why
we could
can't you
we
just
could
be
lose out,
neutral?
like you said, on funding or on
yeah.
like if they control the media, how am I going to advertise?
So
if
there's
nobody's-
actually for
right? Like, if nobody's-
corporations, there's an
but if you
actual-
stayed neutral, I don't think anybody would fucking care.
no, but this is the, yes, they would.
They would care if you just
Yeah.
didn't say anything.
There's an actual like social credit score for corporations. and
Joe Rogan's
funding.
right. We're in Black Mirror.
It-
This is
it's
Black
true.
Mirror.
It's
America's
true.
a Black Mirror episode. That's it.
And I don't get why. I don't understand the end game
Yeah.
to the money. I don't get it. Like, is it
I don't
to
either.
like collapse society? Yeah, like so that there is no middle class anymore, and
Yeah.
that so we all are kind of like
I really think that's it.
What's the goal though?
It's super dark, but
What
I
does
really
that do
Yeah.
for? I mean, I guess like you said,
Well,
it just
'cause-
divides us further, and the rich
Right.
get richer.
And we gotta
same
understand-
old shit we
Here's
always
what
hear.
We always gotta understand, guys. We have to remember is that these people aren't normal fucking people.
No.
Like, they don't think reasonably.
No,
they
they
don't
don't.
care
They're lizard
about other
people.
humans, bro.
Maybe that's what they mean by it.
But like,
They're not normal humans.
No.
It's
Like-
not like some fucking alien species. They're just fucking crazy.
They
Like,
just
it's-
are so power hungry that they really want to see what it's like to be literal monarchs and kings and rule over peasants and like just have their own. Which
It's a story as
to
old as time.
Right, and I can't get
Seriously.
it because
It is.
I've never thought like that. Like we don't, so we're not going to get it, and I think that's the fucking play. That's why people are continuing to
Believe
not
them.
see it because they can't believe that people think like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll just continue doing or voting and supporting
Yeah.
because they're like, there's no way they think like that.
because you think
And it's
most
like-
people are good.
right, and they play
That's
on that.
inherent. Yeah, of course they do.
They play on it because they're like,
I'm on your side.
They're like, they don't think we could be that evil. Like they sit in these rooms and talk to each other like this. You know, guys, you know, the Americans are good hearted. They don't think that we can be this evil, so we'll continue using this against them.
They think that humans have evolved since Genghis Khan and
Right, and
Alexander
we-
the
and
Great,
we haven't.
and all the Caesars, like and the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah.
we haven't.
We haven't with tech. We've done it with technology. That's it.
That's
We're
it.
still humans.
Yeah.
They're still evil motherfuckers
Who are-
just as that would do Genghis Khan shit if they could. I was
Yep.
saying that to somebody. I was like, you think these motherfuckers in government, if they could, they wouldn't just wipe half you motherfuckers out?
No, because they need consumers.
Right.
They need you in a weird.
That's the
fucking
only
way.
reason why
Yes.
they care about our hearts still beating is because we support and give them. We're cattle and we produce for
Exactly.
them. That's all we're good for. Producing votes and money.
Yeah, essentially
That's
we're
it. They can tax us to death. That's
we're
why
a-
they need us.
We're a labor force. Yeah.
Right. They get free money. They steal all the money from taxes, and then they do a quick little bit of pandering when it's election time. We get their vote, and then they,
They chill for another
Continue.
4 years.
and that's the cycle. And like we're in a, I guess, a guise of democracy.
Oh yeah.
Like
100%.
it's still from the. If you don't dig and you look at America, you're like, oh shit, like that place is fucking.
we are free.
Even now, maybe not even though, because if you just take a quick glance at us now, it's starting to not look pretty, even without digging deeper. But yeah, we don't have fully free speech. We don't have that. That's been going forever.
This is why I always say
We get
that
stolen from taxes.
our founding fathers, as flawed as they were,
Yeah.
humans, they were geniuses with the Second Amendment.
Yeah,
Because it grew into this thing that now there's more guns in like privately owned
Than
guns
people?
than people,
Yeah.
and
thank God.
they know it.
Thank God.
Like the power people, they know it, and they're like, we're fucked if we try to go up against these people. Like when it finally turns, it's gonna be awful for us.
Yeah.
Because the people, when we really break it down, the people who are like, so there's good. Don't get me wrong. There'll be government sympathizers who are like, okay, like I want
course.
to, I want to fight for them.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be the majority of them.
No,
A lot of soldiers are not fucking feeling it.
dude.
And-
they're quiet.
Yeah,
That's
they
what
shut the fuck
it
up.
makes it look like it's the other way around.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not.
You need people to fly those F-15s. You need people to fucking drive those fucking tanks.
Yeah.
They don't just
Bro.
move themselves. Those guns don't. There's another
shoot
argument.
themselves, right.
Guns don't shoot themselves. So it's scary. I'll tell you that is like it's like the thing that it's weird in a weird way because it makes me feel really comfortable
No, it
about
should,
everything
though.
because I'm like, dude, they can never really take the power from us because of but this is why like you start seeing all these like little chips away they try to start taking at
Yes.
guns
Yes.
and people are so up in arms about. I'm like, dude, there's a reason for this.
Yeah.
There's a reason why they're trying to use school shootings as a like something that happens hardly ever
right.
but is still bad.
No,
It's the worst
of
fucking
course,
shit ever.
Of course.
It's the worst fucking thing possible.
But if we're taking emotion out of it, how
Yeah.
often does it happen?
Exactly.
Is it justified taking the guns for how often that happens?
Yeah.
No, and then if you fucking take, that's a whole nother dumbass argument. How are you going to
For
take our
hours.
fucking guns, number one? How? And if you do it, oh, that means the criminals aren't going to get them because you're taking them.
They're getting them now.
Like the criminals aren't going to.
Look
if
at
we
fucking
say
Chicago.
we ban guns, the criminals are going to say, okay, you were banning guns. We're going to listen to that.
Look at Chicago. Chicago has the most harsh gun laws in America.
And the
almost.
most homicides by guns.
They're like, oh well, they're getting them from other states. Oh, no way.
Really?
You mean to tell me that criminals are going out of their way to go somewhere else to get fucking guns?
To commit crime.
No way. That's crazy. Who thought?
Another side effect of America. A lot of idiots here. A lot of easily fooled for your convenience.
A lot of cowards.
A lot of cowards.
A lot of cowards,
A lot of
man.
pussies. A lot of soft. A lot of
People who are afraid of guns. I just look at them like, dude, you're a fucking pussy.
I know.
I'm
It's
sorry.
hard to have a conversation because it's like, why?
You gotta stop. The world is a fucking disgusting place, and you just don't want to see it.
Yeah.
You don't want to deal with it, and that's fine. If you don't want to deal with it, man, I get it. There's a lot of problems I don't want to fucking deal with.
I know, and
know?
bro, I get that too.
Yeah, but you gotta fucking be like, this is something that's not going away.
Right.
You gotta give yourself a chance.
Yeah.
Right.
You need to just deal with it.
Right.
Let your anxiety fucking do whatever it's gonna fucking do.
Because it's real life, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Hold a fucking gun and shoot it, and then tell me that you feel the same.
It changes everybody.
Hold
It
a gun and
changes
shoot.
everybody.
it really does.
I'm dying to take Jess. It
Yeah.
changes everybody.
It really
You
does.
shoot that, and you're like,
You're a different person.
You're like, holy
oh my
shit.
god. You're like, I get it now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Because you feel that power.
Power.
You're like, and it's the scariest thing. That first shot you squeeze
Oh
off,
my God.
you're so fucking nervous.
Yep.
And then it goes off, and you're like, and you see it, especially if you hit the target.
Bro,
You're
it's,
like,
it's exhilarating.
oh, all right.
That's
crazy.
like the perfect way. It's like,
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
You realize that you have the ability to kill someone in your hand.
Right.
To take a life.
right.
And like it's scary because you're like, you don't want to take a life of someone, like an innocent person.
No, of
like,
course.
someone who's done no
Then-
wrong to you.
But,
But
then
you
what's
wanna-
the next thought, though?
Yeah, the next thought is
The threat.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the fucking
Eliminating
bad guy.
a threat.
Fucking
Exactly.
defend myself.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Against anything. Any
Anything.
human or anything.
It's the ultimate equalizer.
That's why That's why I love that. What was it? Fuck. With Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson.
Detective.
crime?
True Detective.
Oh, True Detective.
Matthew McConaughey had the best line in there. He's like, "The world needs bad men to keep other bad men from their door."
Yep.
And it's simple, like you're saying, like, you know, but it's like, even when Jordan Peterson says you're not virtuous if you can't, if you
You need to be a monster.
if you
Yeah.
if you don't have the ability to be a monster and keep it at bay, that's not a virtue.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's like peaceful men are weak men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like you're a weak. He's like,
You
being
should
a
be
weak
able-
man is not a virtue.
Better.
You should be able to fuck shit up if
Yeah.
it came to it. Like,
Right.
If it comes down
The
to
thing
it.
it
is,
comes
like,
down to it. Yeah.
better to be a warrior that can learn how to be in a garden
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
a gardener
Yeah.
that can't
be
be a
a
warrior.
warrior.
Yeah.
A warrior in a garden. Yeah, a warrior in a gardener in a garden.
Right.
It's better to be a warrior in a garden
Than
than
a-
a gardener in a war.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of these motherfuckers that talk a bunch of shit that are gardeners and they act like they want to be in war. It's like, you'll get slaughtered in 8 seconds, all of you.
What's the point?
The
Why
only
are
reason
you
you're talking. The only reason you're talking is because of these fucking
you're protected.
animals.
Yeah.
Right. This
Like
fucking
the irony is hilarious.
Yeah.
The only reason you have a voice
another
in
side
any
effect.
of this.
Another side effect of
Yes.
success of being too insulated. I would say we're too insulated.
Yeah.
There needs to be some, every once in a while, we need to see some shit. And I'm conflicted when I say shit like this because when I say that, I know that means there's going to be a shitload of people that die.
Yeah.
For us to change our mindset, what I think it needs, like America needs to see, and I don't ever want this to happen because who knows? It could be my family that ends up
Yeah,
going. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, whatever, or me. But I think the only way is if we get exposed to what the real world is outside of America in this protective bubble that we live in, is for us to see something so horrific that we never thought it could happen here. And for people to be like, oh my God.
9/11. Look at that.
Or worse.
You know, remember when 9/11
Like, you know
happened and
what I'm
all of a
saying?
sudden everyone was on the same page?
Yeah. Yeah.
We had like a
It
couple
was like
years.
the most beautiful thing afterwards.
Yeah.
It
was a
sucked.
common-
But you saw,
like
but
you
you
said,
saw how
common
they used
enemy.
it.
Yeah.
You saw how the government saw that. And we're like, yo, we got these motherfuckers. Let's go into Iraq.
Yeah.
This is
Let's-
it.
Let's
This
do
is our
the Patriot
chance.
Act and go to Iraq.
Yep.
Like,
It's sick.
it's like, God damn, y'all motherfuckers are really demons, yo.
They really are.
Y'all really aren't regular human. Like, and that's why I got into an argument with my mom. And I've learned to like not really get into it with her about because she's her age and she's the way she's gonna be.
Yep.
Yeah.
And she's the most beautiful person, beautiful heart, but she thinks a certain way, and it's hard to undo 50 years of programming, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, Mom, you gotta understand. I don't, because she got so mad that I was like, I don't believe in whatever. I was like, you know, if Kamala gets in, or even if Trump gets in, because none of them are fucking great.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in any of these motherfuckers, really. And she was like, I was like, what's that for? She was like, she was like, you just don't believe anybody. I said, I have proof. I said, have you not looked?
I can show you.
Right. Have you not seen how about your whole life? Let's look at your party that I was diehard for until about 5 years ago. I said, what have they done? What have they done for us that we're so valiantly ready to die for? What have they done for? I said, look at all the cities that are Democratic run, Mom. And she got quiet. I said, that's why I don't believe in any of them.
No, because
I don't believe in politicians. I said, there might be like 2%. And this is me. I could be wrong here. I said, I think there's like 2% of politicians that exist that really are only about the people. Like, I really believe it's that low. I think every one of these motherfuckers are in there for their own advancement.
And they don't last.
And if they can benefit the people, I feel like if they can benefit the people and it's going to help them, like, I feel like they go for their own advancement. And if a side effect is, oh shit, this, by the way, will help the people. Okay, good. And they only are going to help the people out is if it ends up being something that they can benefit from. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like if they're not going to benefit from it, but the people will, that any of them will do it, whatever it is.
They're not going to do it.
And she's like, you just don't believe nothing. I'm like, no. I can't close my eyes, Mom. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, I don't want to pretend.
I see and I hear shit. Like, I'm sorry, I don't just go for anything. Like, you know, and it's because I don't want to, because I'm like, wait, I want her to be like that.
You can't.
You know, I know, and that's why I got to stop, because I don't want to be. It's my mom. I would never disrespect her, but when it starts getting to a certain point, like, I want to say things that could be disrespectful, but I don't mean it. I'm like, Mom, why don't you think like this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
anyway. Like you said, most people don't look at the proof, or they
don't,
or they
don't
skew
want it.
They don't want it.
That's what I'm saying. They'll change the perspective of it. You'd be like, this is the proof, and be like, well, maybe they were doing this, and you're like, what?
People worry about being wrong.
Yeah,
bro.
That's everybody.
Bro.
You know, it's like, you know, like, people have, especially when you're that invested in a side.
That's identity politics.
Yeah.
You're identifying yourself as this party.
Yeah.
So when somebody calls that party out, you feel like it's a personal attack.
Yep.
It's not a personal attack. You're not. Somebody says, who are you? You say Democrat or Republican? Like, what the fuck is that? No, you're
American.
who you are.
Yeah.
So if somebody calls your party out, or a member of your party, or a party that you like, it should be objective. When you look at it, say, you know what, that was some bullshit that they did. But when you look at it like, that's me, you take it as a personal attack.
You justify. Yeah, you try to justify anything.
Then you justify it. Fuck, man.
Where we at?
53 minutes.
All right, let's call it. Let's go drinking.
Oh yeah.
Let's go get fucked up.
do that. Let's go see Frank.
Yeah, let's go see Frank. All right, this has been the Pouring Rain Podcast. We'll see you next time for longer. I've been Bert.
Ken Shaba.
Scott Balls. Holla.
Out.
Instant conversation, Mr. Function, come off and teach them all a lesson. Me say, when we fire drum and bass, how we mash up the place, how we turn.